Paris. See that all the signs, markings are in order. Please also note that this is one of the seasonal test sections. All the seasonal monitoring equipment. It's 48SB. You can see the instrumentation block there. Robin and Chris were out here doing a distress survey just a couple weeks ago. Well, exactly 2 weeks ago. And so we went ahead and we did do a distress survey on it, trying to duplicate what they had. Some of this is kind of interesting. They showed quite a bit of fatigue, and I'm looking for some of it right now. You can see a little bit of cracking right there. They had about 1 meter wide of fatigue leading into this section, the first couple meters into it, in both wheel paths. And I guess my objective was not to try and pick on them or whatever, but to show what kind of repeatability is expectable or accomplishable, if you will. This particular section, the cracking is extremely fine, very hairline cracks, and how they found some of these cracks is beyond me, but for example, here's a transverse crack. I know I wouldn't have seen a lot of them had I not had the information that they had given me, but here you can see some of that fatigue. Well, maybe you can't see it, but it's right in through here. There are definitely cracks in that wheel path. I'm try and walk slow so we get a pretty good video here, but we're station 1. You can see that the fatigue is still going. It gets a little bit more severe in places where we start to lose some of the material associated with the cracks, basically spalling along those cracks. Here again, where there's look at this, just the first glance, you don't want to say, well, okay, there's some raveling, I see the raveling. Well, if you look really close, what they've found is that there's actually fatigue cracking, and that those cracks have spalled and lost the aggregate. Kind of makes you wonder which came first. But it does lead to some questions or problems as far as rating, because initially one could easily say, oh, that's some raveling, and in fact what's really being noted there is fatigue, or what really should have been noted. Like I say, I think that they've seen all the fatigue and made sure they noted that. My first glance, I thought that was the raveling. They do show some places that have raveling. In looking through these, most of this, I don't see a lot of raveling other than that one area we just talked about. This section has been fog sealed, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, and that may be making it more difficult to see some of the cracks that do exist. But here's an area here that has fatigue cracking in it, right up to station 3. But to look at it, you really have to get in there. to see some of those cracks. Just real fine hairline cracks. It really doesn't matter what angle you get at. I guess you could say that, well, it's a little bit better angle going this way.